Mourning is not just about the past. Chazal tell us that Mashiach is born on the very day of Tisha B'Av. The day of the Chorban Beis HaMikdash, the day of the Siluk HaShechina, is the day of the birthing of Mashiach. Maral explains that this does not necessarily refer to an actual birthday of the flesh and blood person who will be Mashiach. The flesh and blood person could have his birthday any day of the year. But it means that the spiritual koach of Mashiach comes into the world based on the mourning, because when we mourn, we show that we care. When we mourn, we show that we yearn to be close to Hashem, that we yearn for the Beis HaMikdash. And it is the very yearning and pining and ishtaikakus for Geula that brings the power of Mashiach in the world. The more we want, the more we desire, the more HaKadosh Baruch Hu will come back into the world. And therefore, the day of Tisha B'Av, the day that is set aside, not only for the particular Chorban Beis HaMikdash, but again, as we heard, for all of the tzaros that have happened because of Siluk HaShechina. We bring Mashiach into the world by the depth of our yearning and by the depth of our mourning. The Gemara in Shabbos tells us that after 120 years, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will ask us a number of questions, and one of those questions is, Sipisa li Yeshua. And Sipisa li Yeshua does not mean, did you believe in Mashiach? All of us will answer for sure. But Sipisa li Yeshua, did you eagerly hope and wait and yearn for Mashiach? There were tzaddikim who would get up, besides Tikkun Chatzos, they would get up every half an hour in the middle of the night, every night, to ask, is Mashiach here yet? Is Mashiach here yet? That's how they felt. How yearning for Mashiach every time, yearning for a world of Devekus B'Hashem, yearning for a world of clarity, yearning for a world in which we had the gift of Nevuah and the Kirvas Elokim, as David HaMelech said, Kirvas Elokim li tov. It is only closeness to God that matters. So when people ask the question, why do we have a Tisha B'Av? I mean, after all, one question is, Baruch Hashem, Eretz Yisrael is built up. And people ask another question. What are you mourning about Tisha B'Av? Let's have a fast day for the Holocaust. Let's have a fast day for pogroms and the Crusades and all sorts of tragedies that numerically perhaps more Jews died in the Holocaust. Perhaps, although the Gemara has interesting numbers. But again, the short answer is, when there's Histalkus HaShechina, when there's divine presence that's left us, we become vulnerable to everything. Tisha B'Av is the Yom Avelis of Klal Yisrael. That is why in the kinos of Tisha B'Av, you will note, we don't only talk about the Chorban Beis HaMikdash, although most of the kinos do. There are kinos about the Crusades. In recent years, Gedolim have put in kinos about the Holocaust, because all of those sorrows are interconnected. It's not just the temple was destroyed. It's a Siluk HaShechina. Our world is different. A world with the Beis HaMikdash is a different world.